my headphones all the way over there. Guess because I didn't grab them when I first walked in. All right, hang on, getting settled here. It's early. Okay, there we go. I can hear myself in the cans. Hi, welcome to the program, The Victor Wilt Show. Okay, I was looking through a post online about items people purchased as adults because you didn't get to have it as a child. And I got thinking about this, and my parents were pretty dang nice. When I think back, most of the stuff that I really want it, they somehow figured out a way to make these kind of things happen. I don't know how. Like the Nintendo 64. The year it dropped, it was, as is typical with Nintendo, almost impossible to get your hands on one. Somehow my parents got one. It was awesome. The only thing I can really think of from when I was a kid that I wanted that I never got, well, maybe I could think of two things. You know, those Power Wheels, little cars that you can drive around as a small child? I always wanted one of those, but I think I was probably too big for them by the time they came out anyway. Then we ended up getting one for my girls, and the thing was a piece of garbage. Like, I would never buy one again. It was junk. I was so disappointed. Anyway, the other item I could think of that I would have wanted as a kid was the My Pet Monster. Have you ever seen one of these? Google it up. It was like, sort of like a stuffed animal. I mean, I guess it was a stuffed animal, but it was all weird looking, a blue monster with a big gross nose and horns and teeth and stuff. They were pretty awesome. But I never got one. Haven't bought one as an adult, though. I don't need more stuffed animals around. My kids have, bags and bags of stuffed animals just taking up space in my basement because they didn't want to bring them with them when they moved out. Well, let's see what other items other folks always wanted as a kid, so they bought it once they were out on their own. All right, a metal detector. I always wanted one as a kid, but my dad said I'd use it a handful of times, then it would sit and collect dust forever. I bought myself one, and it turns out my dad was right. Sometimes they are. That's one thing about being an adult. You've learned what items will end up sitting around collecting dust, and yeah, that's why I bought items that essentially are designed to sit around and collect dust. Then I don't feel bad about it. My book collection. That's a great purchase if you're into buying things that you don't want to end up having to use. Like my guitars. I use them, just not enough. Let's see. I bought an ice cream cake for no reason once. Hey, that's one of the joys of being an adult. You want to mow down some ice cream? You can. Now, it could also be a curse, but still, it's ice cream. Some of these are kind of sad, like this kid said he, buys his asthma medication because his mom said he was faking his asthma attacks. Jeez. Take the word of your doctor when it comes to your children's health, okay? I wasn't denied it as a child, but we never had a recliner going up, and I always thought of them as a status symbol or sign of making it or being an adult. So when I made it, I got a recliner. Now I'm a successful, functioning, reclining adult. We didn't have a recliner at my house when I was a kid either. And, I only got one because it matched the couch. Holy cow, I could never go without a recliner again. I am a straight-up dad. I sit in that recliner. I might fall asleep watching TV. It's the best. As I sat here multitasking, I'm doing a lot of stuff all at once. Working on some commercials for next week. Trying to find things to talk about. And I got a text message from my girlfriend. And this was actually before work. All right. She tells me about this fly that's driving her crazy at home. I'm like, well, that sucks. I hope it doesn't give you too much grief. I don't remember what I responded earlier. But at some point, she let me know she killed the fly. And I was like, all right, well, way to get the job done. And then as I was sitting here ripping commercials and things, I looked back through my messages and I'd gotten a few of them about how I say very funny things sometimes. Like, go champ. Way to get the job done. Way to go, sport. You get that fly. It's like, am I just, an uncontrollable dad with the things I say? It's kind of embarrassing. So anyway, I guess, I think she still likes me, but she's poking a lot of fun this morning. So we'll see. I'm like, I don't want to sound like a dad. She's like, you are a dad. I'm like, okay, I guess you're right. I could have thrown out a way to do your job, but I don't know if it's anyone's job necessarily to kill a fly. So anyway, big gross flies. Nothing worse than one just buzzing around the house, driving you crazy. Oh, it's not even the time of year for that. Anyway, if you didn't check out the Riverbend Media Group fly that was living in the Hawk studio, you could go check out the 105 The Hawk YouTube page. we did have a pet around here for a bit. Made for some funny videos with Justin. It's weird the things you forget, or potentially the things you just don't remember correctly. So recently, I've been playing a lot of video games. All right. Yeah, I could do something more productive with my time, but I just haven't been in the mood. All right. The basics have been staying done. All right. I'm getting my chores accomplished, my bills paid, but there's been a lot of video game action going on, and I recently started playing Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, the definitive edition that came out for the PS4, I don't know, a couple years ago, a while back. It was all messed up when it first came out, and so I bought it. Was like, this sucks. Didn't play it, but they fixed it recently. Did a whole bunch of upgrades, and now it's playing great. So I've been having a blast playing San Andreas. Now, I swear that I made it all the way through San Andreas back in the day. And I know I have a terrible memory, but I don't know if I actually did play through the whole game. Because, the map on it is so huge. I don't remember there being a San Francisco in the game. I don't remember there being a Vegas in the game. I just thought it was all basically in the same area, but smaller as GTA 5. So now at the point I'm at in the game, I'm like, I don't remember any of this. I don't think I ever actually played through the whole game. But I swear I did. So weird. So weird. I'm going to have to go back and play Vice City, because that's another one that I swear I played all the way through, but I bet I didn't. I might not have played all the way through GTA 3 for all I know. I don't know, man. It's just weird how your memory can distort over time. And you can build these potentially completely false memories. It's crazy. Anyway, it's been fun. It's been fun. I highly recommend, if you're a GTA fan, you pick up the definitive edition now that they've fixed it. It's very nostalgic. Very nostalgic and very good. I don't know. I've only been playing San Andreas, so GTA 3 and Vice City, are they up to snuff with San Andreas? I don't know, but it's been very enjoyable. So Christmas is coming. If you've got a video game fan in your household, and they're old enough for that kind of content, I'd say it's a pretty good gift idea. So you remember yesterday we talked about this company, YesMadam, who supposedly fired a bunch of people because they were stressed at work? I mean, this blew up all over the place. I even saw a very popular radio page on Instagram. We'll call it Crappy Radio Jock. Saw that page share this, and a video that was attached going into the fact that you could be fired for being stressed at work, which is kind of unnerving. Now, this turned out to be what this company, YesMadam, is claiming is a PR stunt. All right, they put out an additional press release saying, "We sincerely apologize for any distress caused by recent social media posts suggesting we dismissed employees for being stressed. Let us be clear, we would never take such an inhuman step. Our team is like family, and their dedication, hard work, and passion are the foundations of our successes." Said they wanted to highlight the serious issue of workplace stress. And to those who shared angry comments or voiced strong opinions, we say thank you. And then they're supposedly implementing all these things in their workplace for stressed employees, like 6 de-stress paid leaves annually to take time for their mental health, a complimentary YesMadam spa session at home, and then they're going to have, I don't know, I guess, massages and spa sessions right at the workplace. Oh, yeah, let's kick back, relax. My back hurts. Jade, get the therapist in here. Now, they could just be lying. They could be like, oh, geez, we faced a lot of backlash here. Let's claim it was a stunt. Because it's a weird one. I mean, it did get attention. And it did get people talking about workplace stress. But the implementation was just kind of weird. So, I don't know. Can you be fired for being stressed at work? It's a great question. I mean, I think in Idaho, you can be fired for whatever reason. That right to work thing. But, I don't know. I've never heard of anyone being fired because, like, he's just kind of high strung. Seems a little bit stressed out. Let's get rid of him. I mean, a deep breath before the workday is always a good thing. Okay? Because, when people are on edge at work, that affects everybody else. So, take a walk or something. Take a chill pill. Relax. All right. Well, anyway, glad to hear that a bunch of people didn't get fired for being stressed, but also you're probably giving the radio industry some ideas. YesMadam, so maybe knock that off. We've talked about bad baby names before. Well, apparently, some of those kids that were named after Game of Thrones characters back in the day, but now they're getting old enough to realize where their names came from and getting kind of fed up with people picking on them because of their wacky names. There was some girl posted on social in the last few days. I don't know for sure if her name is Khaleesi or Daenerys, but it's one or the other, all right? And she's getting bullied at school because of her wacky name. Said when she was younger, she liked it because nobody else was named that in her circle. But now, I mean, there's a lot of ways that if you've seen the entire Game of Thrones series, you could throw some pretty mean insults at somebody who is named Daenerys or Khaleesi. All right, that character had some arcs in her story that, were a little bit dark, a little bit disturbing, a little bit gross. So it ended up being a terrible name for a child, And some parents are just whack. Just whack. There's this family that somebody was talking about online that named all their kids weird names. They have a Khaleesi, but they also have a Wednesday. Now, Wednesday, it's not a terrible... I don't know. I don't know where I stand on that one. It's a day of the week. It is a terrible name. All right? How about Indy? With the middle name Anna. Indy wouldn't be too bad on its own, but Indy, Anna, blank, like seriously. Why? And then they named their final kid 11. Yeah. 11. Couldn't even go with, L. If you're going to name your child after a character in Stranger Things. 11, name them a number. I was reading another article earlier about how Elon Musk brought his kid out, for a photo op to show, hey, look, I hang out with my children. And it's that kid with I can't remember the name because it's a bunch of letters and numbers. Like, stop this, okay? Just give your kids a normal name. All right, they're going to be bullied in school. They're the ones who have to put up with this. You want to name something wacky? Get a dog. Freak news, powered by Grease Monkey, voted Idaho's best oil change. All right, let's go. If anyone wants to offer me some money to stay off of my phone for 8 hours, I can do it. I know I have the ability. A woman won $1,380 in China after successfully completing a public challenge that tested participants' ability to stay away from their smartphones for 8 hours. So you went into a store, you hang out, and you just had to kind of lay there. Just, sit there and meditate, I guess. $1,380. You could probably get me to do it for 8 hours is a long time to lay there. 500? Anybody want to give me some dough to just sit there and not use my phone? I'd do it. Why they did this little competition? I guess to raise awareness about smartphone addiction. Okay, well, if everybody got paid to not use their phone, I bet that would change a little bit. Speaking of getting paid, I got to figure out how to get hired by Taylor Swift. Yeah. On her recent tour, she gave out $197 million in bonuses to cast and crew on the tour. $197 million. Yeah. Took about 10% of the tour's overall gross profit and put it back into bonuses for team members. So much as I may, make a little bit of commentary about my thought about her music, not being very exciting to me from time to time, does seem like she's a pretty great boss. Yeah. I don't know how much that amounted to per person, but it's got to be pretty good if she's given out $197 million. So anyway, if anybody sees the Indeed.com listing for Taylor Swift tour support or something, sorry, I need the money. I need that money. Oh, what else do we have going on here for Freak News? Powered by Grease Monkey. Oh, airplane mode? Supposedly not a scam. When you're on an airplane, they're like, everybody needs to put their phones in airplane mode. And you're like, well, why? Is the plane going to crash if I don't? Well, there's an article I read where a pilot breaks it down and explains it and says, if everybody on the plane didn't put their phone into airplane mode, we would have issues with phones trying to connect to towers from time to time. And if everybody on the plane suddenly has their phones trying to connect to the towers, could interfere with our radio communications. It's not going to crash the plane, but it could make things difficult for the pilots. So you do need to put your phone in airplane mode. I just assumed it was a way to keep people from trying to use their phones or something, which I guess essentially it is. But yeah, if you've ever been a naysayer, been like, they're doing this to us for no reason. No, they've got good reason behind it. So just wanted to let you know. I don't know why I was just reading this article that I was reading, because it's not anything I'm going to have to deal with anytime soon. The 6 stages of cleaning out. Selling your parents' house. All right, this is sort of dark subject matter. Might be unpleasant for some, but, family members pass on. I've been through it with both of my parents. I've had to clean their places out. And it's a weird process. Because as you're going through things, it's hard to differentiate between, all right, am I just feeling sentimental, or do I really want or need this stuff? So for me, most of the things in my mom's house, it was like, Jake and Manda, you can take it all. Because I've got most of the things I need, And so this article here, it's getting me thinking about my own house, which I've tried to clean out most of the things that I don't need. Get it down to the essentials. There was a lot of stuff around that place that in the last year I was like, do you really need it? And I'm going to have to continue doing this. Because there's no sense hoarding things. And it's easy to do. Trust me. I'm a typical dude. I got the big, plastic container with 10 billion cables in it. I've got stacks and stacks of burnt CDs and DVDs that I don't even have a computer with a disk drive anymore. What am I going to do with them? Well, there might be something important on them. There could be things that you need to get rid of before your kids have to deal with them. Let's say you have a grand piano. Grand piano. I was reading in this article that, your parents or somebody or maybe you've got a grand piano worth tens of thousands of dollars. You know what's going to happen when you try to sell that? You're not going to be able to sell it. How many pianos do we got on the local Facebook marketplace? Let's take a look here. I've never shopped for a piano because I don't have room for one. I've got an organ in my basement closet that I still need to just get out of my house. It's so heavy, I can't get it out of there. There was a guy who about a year ago offered to come get it out for me. Sorry if you're listening again that I never got back to you. It's still there, taking up space. I've got an old oven in my garage just sitting there. Yeah, holy cow. I am seeing a pile of pianos on Facebook Market, and not most, but a good amount of them, people are like, just come get it free. Just take it away, please. Please come get this piano. Then you've got, there's a lot of pianos up for grabs. If you've ever wanted a piano, looks like the old Facebook Market's the place to go. I'm not seeing any grand pianos. But if you own one, you should get rid of it if you're getting old. All right? Unless you play on it every day, because your kids are going to have a heck of a time trying to figure out what to do with that. So anyway, this article, it could be helpful to people. It's called The 6 Stages of Cleaning Out. It's at Slate. If you're dealing with clearing out a family member's home, it might be a good read because it goes through the different stages that you're going to feel, the sentimentality. Like, I remember when we were young, Mom used these dishes every Christmas. Do you need the fine china? You're not going to be able to sell it. So, is it just taking up space? Maybe you should get rid of it. Maybe you should get rid of it. Anyway, read through the steps there. And when it comes to cleaning out the parents' house, don't just take every little thing. You're going to end up with just boxes of crap sitting in storage or in your garage. Try to only take the things you're going to use. So, anyway, sorry. Again, it's not a subject a lot of people like to think about, but where I've been through it, I don't know. I'm comfy talking about it. Victor Wilt hanging out with Tyler. How's your morning going, man?
Not too bad.
Not too bad. Well, we're going to get you running the board so you can be my new show producer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I figured give you more work since Jade doesn't keep you very busy, does he?
I'm okay without a little bit more work, but...
All right, cool. I'll just kick back. I'll sit on the other side. Then I can just yap and not have to do anything else.
Permission to take your job. Let's do it.
Sure. I could sleep in then. Do you like waking up super early?
Yeah, I wake up at 5.
You wake up at 5? That's pretty much when I get up.
Yeah, not too bad.
Why do you do that if you don't have
to go to the gym. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
After work, you get a little too tired to go to the gym, so you got to get up early. And
man, you're really making me feel lazy.
Yeah.
I got a treadmill in my basement. Boy, you should see the dust on that thing. Anyway, question I posted on the K-Bear group on Facebook earlier was there any items that you bought as an adult because you didn't get to have them as a child? Anything like that, Tyler?
I buy a lot of Legos now as an adult.
A lot of Legos.
Because I didn't get a lot of them as a kid.
Well, and probably easier to afford Legos as an adult.
Yeah. And they're getting more expensive, so
they're crazy. Yeah.
Nuts.
One of our listeners, Zach, he posted the same thing, Legos, in the group there. I tried to think about it, and I mean, most of the stuff that I've bought as an adult, I don't think it was anything I wanted as a kid. Do you remember? I don't know how old are you?
28.
28. So you might not remember this thing. A stuffed animal-like thing called a My Pet Monster. You remember that? It was like a blue monster stuffed animal. It had like big teeth and horns.
No, a little too specific for me. I don't know.
It was awesome. Here, let me pull up a picture here because this, for Victor Wilt as a child, was like the perfect toy. And I don't know, I'm not complaining because my parents got me everything else I needed, but look at this thing. This thing is sweet. Can you imagine? Can you imagine having that to snuggle up with at bedtime?
So you bought that for yourself?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay.
I haven't. I've thought about it, but they're pretty expensive. What are they going for on eBay here? Well, hey, there's one for $15.50. Looks kind of beat up. One in good shape, $530.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, with all the other options for things you could buy for $530, I don't think I could commit unless I won the lotto. PlayStation 5 or stuffed animal. It's
hard decision to make.
Grand Theft Auto or stuffed animal. Yeah, I don't know. So anyway, listeners, if you haven't left your comment, I'd be curious to know what items you purchased as an adult that you wish you could have had as a kid. K-Bear group on Facebook, K-Bear 101 Idaho Rock and Metal. And we're going to be back in a few with, of course, more tasty jams. Hang on. Thank you again for tuning in to the Victor Wilt Show. This program is a production of Riverbend Media Group. To contact the show or for more information, hit us up at riverbendmediagroup.com.